All right, so we'll go with the first one here. Frank, how do you combat false allegations? So this is a tough one, and this is a very, very regular conversation that has to be had. So if it's an utterly false allegation, you can essentially just say that didn't happen. And in our minds, and even in an attorney's mind, it feels like you're an 8-year-old saying, no, that didn't happen, which is obviously something that we talk about being based in fact. It's really, really difficult. So a lot of times it takes a lot more effort to combat just an utterly false allegation. I've seen situations where you're able to prove that the timing of their allegation doesn't make sense, or you're able to pull text messages, emails, talking parents messages, whatever it may be, and show that the way they're explaining or the way they said things happen couldn't have happened. A lot of times it's going to be circumstantial. They say on X night this occurred, and the best you're going to have to combat it is you have text messages from earlier in the day and then text messages the next morning. And so let's say in the instance of a domestic violence incident, so you'd have text messages earlier in the day that there's obviously nothing wrong, and then they allege the incident occurred, and then the next morning you have text messages and it's just business as usual. So that's something that can be very, very challenging. Usually the best way to go about it, if they're going to be on the stand, is to push them for specifics. And force them to get granular with what happened, because if it's just utterly false, that's going to be very challenging. But at the same time, that's a little bit of a dangerous strategy, because it can backfire.